Hello, and welcome to May, the Many Paths of Enlightenment. I'm Deirdre Online. Thank you for joining me in my weekly Facebook where I hope to share with you the wisdom of enlightenment and tips and tools to be able to live a life of wisdom and a life of joy and happiness during a lot of change in our world. This week, more in the news, volcanoes, dust storms, and of course here in Montecito, we are cleaning up from our fire and mud. And I have great news to share that on those barren mountains, they now have this beautiful green patina. It's a bit like if anyone's ever seen copper. Sometimes it will have green, this tiny green all over a piece of copper that you dig out of the earth. And that's what the mountains look like. So it's very joyous, very hopeful, and really is a testament to Mother Nature's ability to heal herself and to continue to give us beauty. And that's what we're here to talk about today with motherhood. Motherhood is a path to enlightenment. I said on Tuesday in my newsletter, I talked a little bit about my experience as motherhood. I was a career person, actress, writer, playwright, and that consumed my life, as it does when you're in Hollywood, because to make it, it has to be 150%. And then I got pregnant, and I got pregnant in my 30s. So it was, well, now or never. And when I had my daughter, this beautiful creature, this little dolphin baby from outer space, I just fell in love. And I was shocked at how much she needed. How much can you give a little creature? 24 hours a day, nursing every hour and a half, feeding, crying, changing diapers, the whole drill. And it just goes on and on and on through the toddler years and then school. And as this happened, and I got swept into the current of Bina, Mother Divine, the Mother of the universe, what Mother does for us, that presence that she keeps taking care of us and she keeps working to grow us and pouring her energy into us, giving us air and water and food and greenness and harvest. I was conflicted because, oh, what about my career? I tried to do it. I really, really did try to do it. And I did do it. But something inside broke because I couldn't really do the motherhood and do the career. It was hard, I'll be honest. It was very hard because I felt guilty on both sides. Barbara Bush recently, passed away. And I was really touched because, not that I know much about Barbara Bush, but she said she had given her life to raising her kids. And then the feminist movement came along and the kids left and she had nothing to do. And she was lost. She was very depressed. And she said, wow, I wasted my life. Or did I waste my life? Did I waste 25 years? Because maybe there's no meaning in that. I think that's a really important question for us to ask. It's not that I feel that we have to be in one camp or another. I think we simply need to honor our choices. And I'm speaking to women and to men who support women. We have to honor the choice of what do we want. And then in that choice, glean from it, go into the bhakti of it, the power of it. of what are your teachings to bring you to enlightenment. I made a choice to put 75% of my time into motherhood. 25% I put into my art and my writing and what I was doing. But that for me was the only way I could manage it all. I felt like I'd given up, and I was supported in that by the environment in Hollywood at that time. Everyone I knew said, "What are you doing? What's wrong with you? You're not doing anything. You're not contributing to society. You're not helping. You're not gaining. You're not saving the world." On and on it went. So I had to look deep. I had to look deep inside of myself and ask, what does this mean? And then one day I was washing my son's clothes. I now had a newborn son. And as you know, with 2 children, all you do is laundry, lots of laundry. And I resented doing that laundry. And then one day I was washing all this laundry, and I had the aha. I had that moment of enlightenment that was so juicy and so wonderful and so freeing, and everything made sense. And I just didn't even care what anybody else thought. And it was a private moment. It wasn't in front of a camera. It wasn't in front of an audience. Nobody was saying, "You're great." Nobody was saying, "Good job." It was me, alone, in a cave called the laundry room, a spiritual cave, where we used to go 2,000 years ago. We would go into the caves to have a spiritual experience with water. Miriam, the water keeper, the rituals of water, purification. And so here I was in my 21st century cave, washing the water, the purification. And I looked in the big laundry bin and I went, "Oh my, I am washing the karma of the world. Look how clean the socks are. Look how clean the underwear and the diapers are." I got so happy. I laughed in my own private dancer moment. And then a presence filled the room, the presence of that divine mother, our divine great-great-great-grandmother. As my OBGYN, Dr. Uzi Rice, said before I gave birth, "Don't worry, there's a mother in you that's 4 billion years old and she knows how to birth a baby. Let her do it." That creation of mother. Thus began my path of choosing motherhood as a path to enlightenment. And when that happened, my entire perspective of reality changed. Joy came in, health came in, my relationship with my children were better. I felt this connection with everything, and I felt purpose. And the purpose was even greater than mothering my 2 children. It was an energy, and that's the key to everything today. To step into the age of surprise, to step into the age of transformation. We have this global movement, this grassroots movement. It's everywhere. More and more teachers, yoga, astrology, channels, spiritual teachers, people who speak with animals. It's everywhere. This movement is what it's all about today. And there's an energy, a current, a river of mother that is propelling this movement forward. And so this month I want to say, get on the boat. Get on the boat on the river, because she will take you. Whether your focus is motherhood, a career, whether your focus is your art, fatherhood, service, each choice you make in life is your path to enlightenment. And it can bring you incredible rewards, synchronicities of creation and miracles. So how do you, as a mother then, how do you take this precious time and use it for enlightenment? And even if you don't have children, aren't you sometimes mothering other people? Aren't you sometimes needing to hold people and listen to people's problems and take care of them and maybe cook some food or hold their hand? Because mothering is an essential quality within us. And later we're going to talk about fatherhood, but that nurturing quality, which is also so important in men. The mother, the caretaker, that grows. So how can you do this? I want to share just a few tips today and finish with a healing for us all. So the first tip, when your children start to really grate you, because they will, when they really push every button and you think, that's it, I'm going to explode. I can't take it. Take a deep breath, a very deep breath, and connect into a large reservoir of water in your belly. This is the divine womb. This is the eternal peace, the Om of existence. And within this pool of water, there is an orb of light, a brilliant bluish white orb of light. Your soul. Drop into that, feel it. Visualize it if you can. If you can't, don't worry about that. Drop into it just for a moment, and reconnect to the core of yourself. And then take a big exhale. And do this until that reaction goes away. Now you can say to your kids, I need a moment. Mother has to connect to her center. Mother's getting angry right now, and I don't want to be angry. I'm going to connect to my center. This is how I do it. And trust me, they'll be like this. And guess what? You're now going to give them a tool to connect to their center, because remember, you are their first teacher. And then when you find that place, you can say, okay, and you can come into a neutral voice of setting a boundary, setting a rule, or getting them to do what they need to do to live life. So that's one tip, and I want to start there because motherhood's difficult. Let's face it. It's the hardest job I've ever had. It's exhausting, and there's no paycheck, nor is there awards with thousands of people clapping for you or covers of magazines. It's your private world. It's your private world. It is your private connection to the river of life, to Mother Divine. And you are on the front page of her magazine, because at the end of the day, that's all that really matters, is our enlightenment. What did we learn? See, as a mother, your children are giving you an opportunity to get the greatest lesson, the only lesson there is. And this lesson, once achieved, leads to ascension. It is the step. There's only one step. And the step is to know how to love. And that includes knowing how to give love in all of its colors and how to fully receive love. Love is a depth that is unexplainable. And when you allow yourself to deeply connect to your children or those who you're caring for, you descend on a sacred ladder into the depth of an unspoken love, an energetic, the wisdom of creation. And when that wisdom holds you and suspends you, you have true power, true resolve. So what's another tip? I want to give you one more. Another tip for becoming enlightened as a mother. That is to see your experience with the mundane as profound. The mundane is hard on our creative mind because it doesn't seem creative. And I know I'm a creative person. Practice viewing the mundane as creative. Find the creativity in the mundane. You know the saying, chop water. Sorry about that. Chop wood, carry water. You could try to chop water. That might be something to try sometime. Chop wood, carry water. Chop wood, carry water. Enlightenment comes through the mundane. It's wonderful to go on retreats. I give retreats. I'd love for you guys to come to my retreats. It's wonderful to go into the bliss together. And yet we always have to go home and chop wood, carry water, go to the grocery store. So practice finding what is profound in those private moments of the mundane. Be fully focused in the present moment. And when that happens, what will occur is a wisdom, a new way of seeing an answer to a problem in a relationship, or how to handle something, an answer of how to handle a situation with wisdom with your children or your partner or life. Will spring up from your higher self because you have fully dropped in to the pure presence of now in the fully mundane. Now that sounds kind of crazy, but I promise it works. It's a sacred alchemy that the ancients understood. I didn't write this one, but it works. So I want you to try it. So today, 2 tips. 1, go into your center, find that pool of water with the light. Tell your kids, Mommy is finding her center now. And when you find it, then proceed. That's when you are at that breaking point because children will push you there. And then the second is to practice finding the profound in the mundane moments of your life, bringing in the full presence. Now that's not so easy to do, so be easy on yourself if you can only get there once a day, twice a day, or if you forget about it. Oh, I forgot to do that today. Don't worry. That's why I always suggest to take these tips, write them on an index card, put them in your purse. That's what I do. That's exactly what I do. I put them, all right, remember to find the profound in the mundane. I put it in a little card. And by the way, the Ascended Masters, the Archangels, today we have St. Catherine, Miriam, Sophia, Ascended Master, Lady Nada, the great mothers, Green Tara. When they speak to me, when they give me the teachings, they say, write it down. And so I've been spending 20 years writing this stuff down, putting it on pieces of paper and sticking it in my purse or putting it on the refrigerator. So I just want to pass that on to you, that we need help to remember and stay connected. Let's take a moment. I'm looking at the time. Let's take a moment to be in the stillness and the presence of the Divine Mother. Happy Mother's Day, great-great-grandmother who birthed us into creation. We give to you our greatest, most humble gratitude for giving us life, for holding us, nurturing us, picking us up when we fall, bringing us hope, giving us your strength. And we need strength now more than ever, for our children are suffering. Give us the strength to mother them, to hold them, to inspire them and let them know that we, the adults, are here to care for them and help them through a very challenging time right now. We pray, Divine Mother, release us from the violence. Send your shining rays, your eternal rays of topaz white light into the hearts of every child, so they know they are safe and loved and held by you. And send your redeeming love into the hearts and minds of all who would commit violence, that they find this love and their hearts are healed and they no longer have to act out because they have broken so deeply. Divine Mother Presence, take all of us here right now at this moment, collectively, that we take our arms and hold the world as our child, as daughters holding mother, as sons holding mother. Mother, we love you and we thank you for the gift of life. As we sit now beneath a waterfall of light, the eternal light of Bina, Hokmah, wisdom and understanding. And allow this light to wash away distraction, wash away fear, clear our body and soul and mind, so that we may be the mothers of the new souls coming to heal our world. Give us strength. Give us the art of possibility. Give us the ability to find compassion when we cannot find compassion. Tolerance and non-judgment. And teach us to love and to be loved, so that we may enter your cathedral of light, an embodiment of enlightenment on planet Earth. Amen. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here today. It's been such a joy. And please join me, DeirdreHaid.com, if you want any more tips on enlightenment. It's wonderful to have this community together. Excuse me, I always tear up when I connect into Mother. In Modern Mom this month, I've got an article, How to Raise a Compassionate Son. Let's go there. It's a great magazine. I'd love for you to read it. And until next week, have a beautiful, beautiful week. Reach out to me anytime if you have a question. Okay, love you.